Hi guys, it's Kim. I just wanted to do a check-in today and talk a little bit about the scale and something I learned today that reinforced the idea that not weighing every day is a good idea. I know I've enjoyed it since I started doing it this round, but this just really brought it home, and I thought I wanted to share it with everybody. I wasn't going to, I was only going to weigh in on Sundays. That's what I decided. But this morning I woke up and I was bloated. I could feel, I was retaining some water. So I thought, well, I'll get on the scale to see if my water percentage is up. I have I think it's a Health-O-Meter scale, and it measures, weight, body fat percentage, and water percentage. So I thought I'd get on there and just see, even though, that... Once again, that's just an excuse because, I could tell I was retaining water, so I didn't need the scale to tell me that. But anyway, so I got on the scale, and it had been 3 days since I weighed on Sunday. Today's Wednesday, and Sunday I weighed 196.2. Sorry, I got to check my notes. And what did the scale say this morning? 196. So that's 3 days and only a 0.2 loss. So I expected in 3 days I'd be down a couple pounds, based on my 0.6 per day average. So, I thought if I was somebody that got upset over the number on the scale, I would have been discouraged. I would have been upset that I'd only lost 0.2 in 3 days, definitely. Or if, I was somebody that micromanaged my food based on what the scale says, then I might have thought, oh, what did I eat yesterday? How did it affect me? Something I ate, was it the broccoli I ate? Whatever. So I might have, blamed that for, not losing enough. But those things don't really usually affect me. I just... the number on the scale is a number on the scale, and, I learned that a long time ago. But something else that happened is I looked at my fat percentage, which I always write it down every day, but I don't calculate out the pounds of fat. So I did that today, and let's see, so on Sunday, I had 80.05 pounds of fat. And today, even though I only was 0.2 less weight-wise, I had 76.64 pounds of fat. So that's a loss of 3.41 pounds of fat I lost in 3 days. Like, wow, that's great. If I could lose that much every 3 days, I'd be happy. So why should I be upset over only a 0.2 weight loss when actually what I want is to lose fat, specifically abnormal fat, and I lost 3.41 pounds in 3 days, so that just reinforced to me that the scale is a terrible indication of how you're doing. It's a terrible indication of how foods affect your body, or how much fat you're losing, how much fat HCG is burning, etc. And I do know, my scale may not be 100% accurate as far as pounds of fat or percentage of fat. It may be a couple pounds off one way or the other, but I know over time, and if you just use those amounts to compare to each other, then, it is a useful tool. So, let's see, the other thing I want to say, Colin Watson had in a podcast a while back, I heard him say, if you want to see how your body reacts to certain food, the next day it would be like over a 2-pound gain if you had a bad reaction. So, 2 pounds is quite a bit, and I would agree that, maybe you should take a look at something if you have a 2-pound gain. But at the same time, if it's a certain time of the month, then that could just be water as well. So it's hard to know. I'm reading a book. It's called The Art and Science of Low Carb Eating. I think that's what it's called. And it's really interesting, but one thing they said in there that I took note of was that the volume of water and fluids in your body can vary up to 4 pounds a day. So I thought that was really interesting because, you know, if you take that information, you could lose 3 pounds of fat in one day, but your, you know, water goes up 4 pounds and you only lost 1 pound. So the scale, you know, is definitely not showing the whole picture. And, you know, I've even thought about, I think from here on out I may just track my pounds of fat. So I went back and looked, and I started out, let me see if I can find that. I started out at, my first round I had 103.5 pounds of fat, and now I have 76.6 pounds of fat. So I've lost right at 27 pounds of fat on HCG. And weight-wise, you know, a little bit more than that. I've lost right at around 30, a little less than 30. So just a couple pounds off of the fat. So that's good. So I'm thinking from now on I might just measure that, you know, and I do have to measure my weight in order to get that fat percentage and fat pounds, but I think it definitely tells the story better, and I was feeling pretty good about myself and how it's going after I saw those numbers. So let's see what else. I think I'm going to be out of town this weekend. My husband and I and my daughter are going to go for Saturday and Sunday out of town. So I wanted to ask about food, you know, traveling with food on P2, if anyone's done that, if you have any recommendations on what type of things, you know, work best. I've never traveled, purposely never traveled on P2, and haven't even eaten at a restaurant on P2, just because for me it's just easier to eat at home, you know, and know what I'm eating. So I'd be interested in any recommendations you have. I know some people, a couple people I remember going camping on P2, so you know, I figure I can handle it. I'd like to, I'm not sure if I'll have a kitchen, so I'd like to cook as much ahead of time and take it with me as I can. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I won't be able to weigh on Sunday since I'll be gone, and I probably won't weigh for a couple days after I get back just because of the water, you know, that you gain when you're traveling. So I'll just probably wait, maybe next Wednesday I'll weigh again and update that. So one other thing I wanted to mention, and I've been meaning to do this, is someone was asking about, or talking about dry skin on P2, you know, because we can't use lotion and such. And one thing I've been doing since my first round is dry brushing, dry skin brushing. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I think it really helps. It has a lot of benefits, and I'll put a link down below that you can look at more information, but it has a lot of benefits, including, you know, helping with cellulite, clearing out your lymphatic system, increasing blood flow, circulation. Some people even think it will help with loose skin, you know, after weight loss. So I try to do it every day, every morning before I take a shower, and sometimes I forget. But anyway, I wanted to show you the brush that I got. I got this at Whole Foods, and it was about, I think about $10. It's a, let's see if you can see it, Yerba Prima skin brush. Anyway, it's pretty coarse and rough, and it you know, it's a little rough on your skin too, but it does feel good. This one actually has a, let's see if I can do it, the handle comes off, so I like it. But anyway, you know, I'll put the link below and you can find out more information, but it's really, I've really thought it helped with the dry skin. My skin hasn't been dry in P2 without putting any kind of oil or lotion or anything on it. It exfoliates your skin and just really helps it. So anyway, I thought for anybody that's new, you might not know about that. I didn't know about it till HCG. So I think that was all I had. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye.